So, this is my new mini bike. I bought it for 200 bucks, and it has a Predator 212 on it, swapped into it, and it runs, but it doesn't drive because it doesn't have a chain, which I just ordered the chain last night. Should be here by Saturday. Today's Thursday, and it's pretty cool. It's got a 212 on it, like I said. It's a Hemi, and I think this thing's actually going to be pretty good when it actually is driving down the street. It actually does run. I'll fire it up here. Let's see. It's not going to run away, so. Damn it, it died. But yeah, it runs. And I already did take off this factory airbox cover because I reached my hand up in there while the engine was running. And it does get hot, so I made sort of a custom cold air intake. I mean, this is just the stock filter that comes on this engine, but it's kind of custom. Now, the next video I'm going to be doing on this thing is either, I don't think I'm going to have it running and driving in this video. This is kind of just like an intro, but I think it's going to, I'm going to be doing mods to it, like just cheap little mods, like me explaining this more of this air filter thing. Probably going to install a pulse pump for the fuel tank, and maybe doing something with the exhaust. Where is it? Right there. But for now, it's just pretty good, I think. So yeah, this is my mini bike here, and it's kind of hot out. It's a little warm. It's about 80 degrees here in on Long Island today, so did kind of want to ride it, but doesn't have a chain yet. And coming in Saturday, today's Thursday. It's gonna be pretty nice this weekend, but I will be riding this bad boy this weekend, and I'll definitely be doing some upgrades or like fixes to it because it does have some things I do kind of want to touch up on. One thing I do want to touch up on is this brake. It's got a rear disc brake, and it kind of like, it sticks a little bit. So, I mean, I can live with it, but it does actually, I can go and I can hit it and it'll stop. Oh yeah, got plates for the Honda finally. But I think this thing's really cool, and oh geez, but it does need other work too, like the pegs, they don't exist, so I'm just gonna take a pipe, have the diameter of the pipe, slide it in here, drill a hole through it, and then just bolt it up so it could stick out to about here. Same thing on the other side. The engine's pretty much blocking it. The engine's actually pretty far over that way because the way this clutch is put on. But later on, I might just reconfigure the engine, just move it over a little bit, put the clutch on backwards so that I could put my foot on this side. But yeah, it's pretty cool. This thing actually does run. It's still got the governor on it, so it's like a factory 212. Throttle linkage is a little sketch. I want to get that spring out of there. It's not really doing a thing. The throttle does kind of stick. Right now it's at wide open, so let me go back to idle. But I'm fine with that because on this mini bike you can go like this and then just go back. But on a go-kart, if it sticks, you kind of have to like reach your foot around, and it's just not very good. But yeah, so the next video with the performance parts, homemade performance parts, I'm going to be more or less explaining about the pulse pump that I'm going to install, and I'm going to probably either do the zip tie trick on the governor spring up, down, in there. It's right there, or I'll be either riding it. I think I want to ride it stock first, like put this cover back on, and then just see like what mods can make a difference, like between probably a 60-foot or a top speed. But I think the top speed's that's really gonna be the governor, because this thing, I don't know if you saw, it's got a big sprocket on the back, kind of a big bald tire, but it's fine enough to me. But I'm thinking this thing's probably gonna do around 25 miles an hour with the governor on, which is pretty good. I'll have decent acceleration, maybe pull a wheelie. But I just gotta get the chain for it, and then we'll be down the road in this. And for the engine, while the engine was running, you could probably hear like this knocking noise. It's just the play within the clutch. There's only a tiny little bit. I'm not too concerned about it. It just kind of makes a little clunking noise. It's not the engine knocking. It's just the this. And I just noticed a little bit of a tiny rust hole right there. So it's probably a little tiny exhaust leak, but I might change the exhaust around. I have no idea. But I know I just want this thing to be a pretty good bike. One other thing I didn't touch on was this paint. It's like house paint. It's gotta go. It's like all just flaking off here and there. Like I can literally just peel it back. It's chipping everywhere, down on the motor plate. Chain tensioner, they painted over this bolt. So just goes to show that they just didn't really care, because this is for the chain tensioner. But oh yeah, there's a really bad spot right here. It shows like the existing paint that was beneath this thing, or if that was just like left over from this. Seat's a little torn up, but I'm fine with that. But other than that, this thing's actually pretty good. I am really surprised how well this 212 actually does fit in here, though. It does fit in here pretty nice. So yeah, this is my new mini bike. I actually have no idea what type of mini bike it is. Usually I know a few things, but just a few. But this I don't know. So if you know what type of mini bike this is, just leave it down in like the comments below. And also like this video, or leave a thumbs up if you want to see a full engine build. Just make this thing absolutely wicked, or just leave it as kind of like a cool, older, just ride around mini bike. I mean, I like this thing a lot. Like, it is really awesome. So if you want to see more on this mini bike, just make sure you leave a comment below and like the video, because I guarantee you'll be seeing this thing a lot more in our future videos, along with 2 other mini bikes that are owned by a buddy of mine. And we'll just be like cruising around, hopefully not get the cops called on us. So we'll keep it safe. So yeah, that's kind of it for this video. Thanks for watching. It's just kind of a little update about new project. And one other thing, the GoPet engine swap, not happening. That motor, something was wrong with it. I don't know what it was, that GC160, and it did lock up solid. So I'm gonna go rob the pulse pump that I'm getting for this. I'm just gonna rob it off of that. But yep, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, whenever that may be.